Welcome back to Sports Extra with me, Ahmed Nawaz. Time now for our second segment, and that is, of course, that a couple of days back, awards for various categories of sports personalities and journalists were held with the association and, of course, under the auspices of the Sports Journalists Association of Sindh, SJAS, as it's more commonly known as, and different awards were given, which included a lot of people being recognized as well. Obviously a great omen, because these services towards the sports industry need to be recognized at the same time, and that was, I think, well done on the behalf of SJAS as well. We have the honor now of being joined in this segment by the president of the Sports Journalists Association of Sindh. He's also a senior sports journalist, Mr. Asif Khan. Asif bhai, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you for the kind word for SJAS.
Right, Asif bhai, first of all, I think for our viewers, it's very important to highlight the role of SJAS at this time as well, because we often talk about different roles that different people play, including our journalist brothers and sisters on the sports fraternity, different players as well. Where does SJAS come in? Because it's very important to recognize these achievements.
The recognition is one thing, Nawaz, but what we have been doing for the past 12 years, since 2007, this association came into existence by Rashid Ali Siddiqui, late, who was the first president of this association. The motive or the foremost aim was to aid the journalists, the sports journalists, to provide them with a platform and to provide them with ease while discharging their duties. And then there are hurdles as well. There are some very sort of problems, because we work in sports journalism and in media these days. You very well know that there have been some problems with people in coping with different situations. We have had a few mishaps with our people, with our colleagues, and we have done that part effectively as well. Very recently, during this pandemic, we have a number of issues with our colleagues in various organizations, in newspapers, in papers, in TV as well, but we are not naming them here. But we have done our part. Our people secretary Azhar Azim has been quite active in discharging the duties, and then the recognition of the other type, like we have journalists, we have athletes. We have had four in fact awards, gold medals to different athletes. We have had many medals to journalists in various beats, in cricket, hockey, and in other disciplines also. So all in all, this has been an effort, a collective one, by secretary, by vice president, the other, everyone has been chipping in and doing, to make the life of journalists at ease.
MashaAllah, I understand completely, and that is the need of the hour as well. Just for our viewers, we've also got a very little short, of course, but a detailed report at the same time of the entire thing that we talked about, of the awards and obviously the recipients of these awards as well. Let's just take a look and then come back and talk with Asif bhai.
The annual Sports Journalist and Rashid Siddiqui Talent Award ceremony was held at the Scout Headquarters Auditorium. The event began with a seminar on COVID-19's impact on sports. 7 prominent athletes were presented with Rashid Siddiqui Talent Award for prominent performances at the junior level. Karate Queen Kulsoom Hazara was honored with the gold medal, while senior journalist and anchor Waheed Khan was presented with Dr. M. A. Shah Gold Medal for his outstanding journalistic services. The best sports anchor Abdul Ghaffar, the best emerging sports anchor Mohsin Mehdi, best sports editor in English Rishad Mahmood, Best Sports Editor in Urdu Mansoor Ali Beg, Best Senior Reporter in Sports Faizan Lakhani, Best Senior Reporter in Urdu Tariq Islam, Best Reporter in English Print was Umaid Wasim, Best Emerging Reporter Muhammad Usama, Best Script Writer was Irshad Ali, and Best Digital Media Producer Award was presented to Shahzeb Ali Bhutto, while Muhammad Asif Khan secured the award for outstanding performance. Former captain Moin Khan noted that the pandemic impacted sporting activities a great deal. However, the situation is gradually returning towards normalcy now. Advisor to Chief Minister Sindh, Barrister Murtaza Wahab said that talent's appreciation is its actual success, and he lauded the efforts of the Sports Journalists Association of Sindh for the betterment and acknowledgement of sports journalists.
Asif bhai, talking about the future that is installed as well, and also the different awards that were given as well, if you could just highlight them for our viewers that are watching, a couple of awards that were awarded by SJAS as well at the same time, and also in the long term, what can we see you yourself in the capacity of president at the same time, what the future has installed for SJAS?
The award at the pinnacle was the award for Kulsum Hazara, the karate girl, has been the Pakistan #1 since 2003-4, and he has been through a torrid phase in life. So to reach there at the top national athlete, and she has had a number of medals in the international arena also. So she was recognized. Earlier last year we recognized Akil Khan, the tennis ace. Earlier Sarfraz Ahmed and Shahid Afridi has also had this award. This was our fourth one. And in the journalism field, we recognized Wahid Khan Sahab. Wahid Khan is a renowned journalist, has been in the field for over 3 decades now, associated with various TV channels, and now doing his own YouTube show. So Wahid Khan Sahab was also recognized, and then there were other awards too, that for journalists, for other sports personalities, like in Wushu, like in other disciplines also. But the main purpose was to give the impetus to the active.
Right, we're having some technical difficulties, as Asif bhai was telling us that the purpose of this award is there. Yes.
Yeah. I was just saying that the purpose is to give impetus to the efforts of the players, of the athletes, of the organizer. Even the organizers were recognized during this ceremony as well. Organizers like the Karachi Hockey Association secretary, he was recognized for his services, and there are some other officials also. They were also recognized. Even the Jeep rally drivers, renowned ones, they were also recognized. Wushu players were recognized. Karate players were recognized. Judo players were recognized. There are other disciplines also. So all in all, it was a galaxy of an event where not just athletes, not just organizers, not just journalists, but everyone was given a pat on their back.
Definitely a great initiative as well. And finally, Asif bhai, I'd like to ask you, because you mentioned this particular point as well. Obviously, COVID has been a very difficult time for our brothers and sisters in the journalistic community. We understand Pakistan has its own dynamics when it comes to journalism. And I believe that there is being a lot done on the provincial government and on the federal government side for protecting the rights of journalists at the same time. But what would you like to add? We need certainly some fixed sort of legislation or fixed sort of laws as well, or entities that truly protect our journalistic community.
When it comes to not just journalism, every walk of life needs recognition, needs respect, and journalism is no different. And in this ceremony as well, I just forgot to mention that the information minister of the Sindh government, the spokesman, they call him a spokesperson. So Murtaza Wahab, he was given the honorary membership of this association as well, SJAS. This speaks volumes about this entity, this organization, that they have this confidence of the legislators in it, that they are now really ready to listen to our not just demands, but our legitimate values. Because during this pandemic, the Sindh government joined hands with SJAS and in identifying the people who are in need. So we reached out to the doorsteps of those people. This is a separate thing, but gradually, slowly, the government and the entities who matter in this province are coming closer and joining hands with this organization, which is very good. Because we had last year, about 2 years back, we had an international seminar in this city, Karachi, as well, in which people from various countries took part, came down here, and it was a fantastic effort by the association, in line with the government of Sindh as well. So things are getting shaped up. The government is one, point of contact here, and the other, is SJAS. So things are getting, in a better fashion right now.
Right, Asif bhai, thank you so much for your time at Sports Extra. Congratulations to you and SJAS at the same time on holding such a prestigious event, and all the very best for your future.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
That was the president of the Sports Journalist Association of Sindh, SJAS, as it's more commonly known, Asif Khan, senior sports journalist himself as well, talking to us regarding the awards that they held. And he's absolutely right that it's very necessary to give recognition to these different people that are involved in the sporting fraternity, not just on the field but off the field at the same time, and recognize their services as well. That's all we have time for this edition of Sports Extra. Until the next time, from me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.